Hello, and welcome to the Reselling Report for today, Wednesday, October 7th, 2020. I'm your host, Eckhart, and every weekday I upload the Reselling Report here to YouTube to update you on the day's retail and e-commerce news, including the latest from eBay, Amazon, Etsy, and Poshmark. If you're new here to my channel, please be sure to subscribe. And now let's get on with today's show. Well, happy Wednesday, everyone. Hump day, halfway through the week. Hope things are going well in your neck of the woods. As I told you on yesterday's show, I started about almost 180 99-cent auctions over in my eBay store just to kind of clear things out as I'm winding down my full-time eBay business. I'll probably go to just a starter store just to keep my URLs active just because of COVID and not, really being safe for me to go out and source. And I do have other streams of income that I'm focusing on. But I'm now up to 22 bids on the 170-ish items. So we'll continue to watch those. Hopefully things will sell. A couple of retail headlines to start the day over on CNBC.com. Teens are buying fewer clothes and less food as their spending hits 2-decade low. Teen spending hit its lowest levels in 2 decades, according to a new survey, as teens spent less money on food, concerts, and events during the coronavirus pandemic, and they worry about the economy getting worse. Teens reported spending about $2,150 this year. Taking stock with Teens reports. That's a drop of about 9% year over year. Reported annual spending by teens peaked at about $3,023 in the spring of 2006. That's a lot of numbers. Whew. Piper Sandler surveyed 9,800 consumers with an average age just under 16 from 48 states with an average household income of $67,500. Who are these children? Man, they got some rich kids. The survey released Tuesday was conducted between August 19th and September 22nd. Apparel spending came in at about $507 per teen per year, down 11% from last fall. Females on average are spending about $160 more on clothes than males, and teens reported spending just $87 on handbags, a new all-time low. Louis Vuitton beat Michael Kors this time for the number one spot of what teens like to shop. Okay, who's getting $87 on Louis Vuitton bags? This is very, very odd data. When it comes to apparel, Nike kept its top spot, and within the apparel category, shopping for secondhand items is gaining some momentum among teens, stealing market share from traditional players, especially off-price retailers like TJ Maxx. 46% of teens have purchased items secondhand from platforms like Poshmark and The RealReal, while 58% have sold items on a secondhand marketplace. Thrift consignment stores ranked at number 13 as teens' favorite brand or retail during the fall, and that's compared with a rank of 44 a year ago. So good news for those of us who are resellers, especially if you resell fashion. Also, holiday crowds at the mall will be smaller this year. Well, no duh. ShopTrack predicts as much as a 25% drop in shoppers. I was expecting a lot more, but of course, who they survey and what they'll really do time will tell. Traffic in retail stores is expected to be down 22 to 25% year over year during the 6 key weeks of holiday shopping season. Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, is still expected to be the busiest day in stores and at malls, but it's losing clout. Black Friday in the past was so big, it was typically double the traffic of Super Saturday. It's not going to be that way this year. Any retailer who does any kind of Black Friday stunt to pack their stores, that would be so irresponsible. Plus, it depends on where the store is because there are areas that do still have restrictions on capacity. I just can't imagine people wanting in the middle of a pandemic to go out and stand close together for hours on end, but who knows? It will be interesting to see how Black Friday in particular plays out this year. Today's big story is courtesy of eBay. There's some major glitches going off over on eBay, but eBay is actually acknowledging them. They have posted over on their eBay Facebook page, and then they have also linked to a post over on the community forum. Orders and payments tab and Seller Hub is experiencing technical issues. We are aware of the technical issues in Seller Hub within the Orders and Payments tab. The eBay team is actively engaged in resolving this issue with the greatest urgency. Please check back on this post as we will update sellers here when the issue is resolved. As always, we appreciate your business. The e-commerce bites blog is reporting that the eBay payment link is not responding. The payments tab is not responding. And the manage payment site glitch, eBay thinks you've just registered for the site. That is also causing problems. There are threads over on the eBay forums with people talking about various issues. I personally have not gotten a disbursement this week yet, but we'll see if it comes out. But yeah, you can let me know if you've experienced any issues over on eBay. I mean, I am glad to see that they have acknowledged it. I mean, this is a pretty big issue. People aren't getting paid, so I don't think they could have swept that one under the rug. You know, sometimes these technical issues pop up and I think they do expect them to resolve quickly and then they don't address it. But it's something as not getting your money. Yeah, they can't really ignore that one. Also, over on the e-commerce bites blog, there's a post. Sellers fear eBay will err in 1099 reports to the IRS. eBay sellers are uncertain whether eBay will report their 2020 sales accurately when they file 1099 forms with the IRS in January. A seller who started the thread, "Does eBay include sales tax when determining 1099 filings?" wrote, "Sorry, can't seem to find a definitive answer as to whether eBay includes the sales tax collected when determining the gross amount of sales that may then be used to determine whether a seller has reached the $20,000 limit. The question arose because many states now require eBay to collect sales tax from buyers under marketplace facilitator laws. And now that eBay processes payments on behalf of sellers, i.e. managed payments, it is required to file a 1099 with the IRS for sellers who meet the reporting threshold." An eBay moderator responded with an excerpt from the eBay help page. "Starting in 2019, any sales tax collected by eBay on sales made by you in the various marketplace states will not be on your Form 1099. This is because eBay automatically collects and remits such sales tax directly to the state." The help page from which he quotes is linked, where it references the marketplace facilitator laws that require eBay to collect and remit taxes and by state. Once eBay starts to collect tax in the designated states, no action is required on your part, and there will be no charges or fees for eBay automatically calculating, collecting, and remitting sales tax. However, eBay has since made a major change that appears to make that statement out of date. Previously, for orders eBay processed through managed payments, it charged a final value fee commission and on that sale, not including sales tax, plus a payment processing fee on the total amount, including sales tax. But this year, eBay now does charge sellers a fee on the total amount of an order, including the sales tax. While companies charge fees to process payments on the total amount of a transaction, including sales tax, it's unheard of to charge commission fees on sales tax, and it's unclear how state lawmakers would feel about eBay doing so. eBay specifically states that under the new selling fees, it charges a single final value fee. A seller in the discussion thread said this year's change to eBay fee structure makes the moderator's answer incorrect. Since managed payments brings the amount for sales tax into our managed payments accounts to begin with, when the money is in our account and charges us a final value fee on it, and then managed payment removes it and remits it to eBay for processing to the appropriate states. Because it comes into the managed payment accounts, it has to be accounted for. As you can see from the excerpt from the IRS requirements, there is no deduction from the gross receipts. It is supposed to be the gross amount of money coming into the account without deductions for anything, excluding transfers of money into the account to cover some expense or negative balance. At a minimum, eBay needs to change its help page where it states there will be no charges or fees for eBay automatically calculating, collecting, and remitting sales tax. eBay also needs to clarify if it will include sales tax on seller form 1099 when it submits them to the IRS in 3 months, and as the seller stated above, provide information to sellers so they can reconcile their books. So, oh boy, that is another thing to, I feel like, worry about, because you certainly do not want to have to pay taxes on sales tax, especially as eBay has collected and remitted it for you. So again, that's going to affect people who get that 1099 form if you've had gross eBay sales of $20,000 or more. If you haven't, you still have to report your income. Just because you don't get a tax form from these sites, it doesn't mean you don't have to provide your income to the IRS. But you won't get the tax form, that 1099 from eBay if you've sold less than $20,000. But will sales tax be included in that amount? We shall wait and see. I'm sure we'll hear more about this as sellers keep discussing it. And finally, over on the eBay for Business Facebook page, seller news announcement announcing Holiday Marketing Month, designed to help you connect with holiday shoppers now. eBay Senior Manager of SMB Seller Marketing and Engagement and a small business owner herself shares her insights into how building a strong brand helps you connect with customers. You can read how to know the difference between a business and a brand, how your brand can help you compete at holiday, what contributes to your brand, and how to develop your own strong brand. Another day, another arrest of someone who works for a reselling company. Feds arrest former Amazon employee after company reported him to the FBI for fraud. I am referencing an article over on TechCrunch.com. Amazon disclosed that a former employee has been arrested for committing fraud against the online retailer. The company says it reported Vu Nguyen to the Federal Bureau of Investigation in July 2020 for falsely issuing refunds to himself and his associates for products ordered on Amazon. The U.S. Department of Justice brought charges against Nguyen for federal wire fraud and aggravated identity theft. He was previously employed with Amazon as a selling support associate based in Tempe, Arizona. In this role, his job involved providing support to Amazon's third-party sellers and assisting in the creation and management of seller listings using a spoofer account, which allows Amazon employees to view and edit third-party seller accounts. So if you're an FBA or merchant fulfilled, that's you. From these accounts, employees are able to manually authorize refunds for items ordered from third-party sellers, which is how the abuse occurred. In the criminal complaint, he is alleged to have committed wire fraud between November 2019 and February 2020 by using his employee access to falsely and fraudulently issue $96,000 in refunds to himself and others. These refunds were not requested by legitimate purchases. During the course of his scheme, he used or caused the interstate wires, the filing said. The scheme involved approximately 318 authorized refunds for orders purchased through 8 Amazon accounts belonging to Nguyen and others. These included refunds for high-value items like computers and electronics, none of which were ever refunded to Amazon. He also operated 2 third-party seller accounts, Bullseye and Items Quest, where refunds were issued to orders he was shipping to his own home or others to which he had access. He also ordered $222 worth of items sent to his home as part of the scheme, then fraudulently authorized a concession refund for the items, allowing him to essentially keep the items without paying. In addition, he committed identity theft related to the wire fraud activities by using the name and credit card information belonging to a third party. That involved an order totaling $47 for household items like a drawer organizer and cabinet liners. He's also originally was hired by Amazon on March 4th, 2019. His employment was terminated on March 24th, 2020, after he ignored repeated attempts by Amazon to reach him about the fraudulent activity the retailer had detected. Separate from the Amazon case, he's also a target of a Department of Justice FBI investigation for a type of securities fraud known as free riding, which has resulted in losses of approximately $695,000 across 8 brokerage firms. Yowza! Again, spending all this time when he could have been doing something more productive. And it's kind of scary that he's the person who is working with third-party sellers, resellers who are merchant fulfilled, FBA customers of Amazon. And I guess he had other things to do, like buy drawer liners fraudulently. I mean, do you not have a Walmart? Just go there. They're like $1 or something. Anyway, that's the latest from Amazon. In Etsy news, there's a new article over on TheVerge.com. Etsy removes Proud Boy merchandise. Etsy has removed a range of items related to the far-right Proud Boys organization, telling The Verge that selling such items violates the company's policies prohibiting, among other things, hate against protected identities and attempting to incite violence against individuals or groups. Merchandise for the Proud Boys gained new attention following Donald Trump's refusal to denounce the group and other white supremacist and right-wing militias at the presidential debate last week. Instead, Trump told the group to stand back and stand by, a statement that was quickly embraced as an endorsement by members and plastered onto t-shirts, hoodies, caps, and other items. As reported by Vice last week, many retailers, including Amazon, Teespring, and eBay, quickly acted to remove products displaying the slogan, but the publication said Etsy did not follow suit immediately. Sales of Proud Boys merchandise on Etsy was also flagged by journalist Ryan Broderick in his newsletter Garbage Day, who said the company reached out to him after publication to say they were removing the items. A spokesperson for Etsy confirmed the same to Verge, saying in a statement, "Sellers on Etsy agree to follow our practices, which prohibit, among other things, hate against protected identities, attempting to incite violence against individuals or groups. We actively monitor the site and review and remove merchandise that violates our policies." The spokesperson said that the Proud Boys merchandise has long been banned from the site, but that prohibited items do occasionally slip through the company's filters before being removed. And finally today, I found an interesting thread over on the Poshmark Reddit forum that I thought I would share. It says, "Do Coach and Dooney and Burke bags sell well on Poshmark?" Poster writes, "I'm always finding the logo Coach bags and vintage Dooney and Burke bags at Goodwill and resale stores, but my personal style tells me these aren't in. But overall, do they sell well and are they worth buying? Also, I'm new to Poshmark, right now just selling what's in my closet and my husband's. I started last week and have only sold 5 items, which I guess isn't too bad." But on to the purses. Someone commented, "I've had bad luck with Canvas, Coach, and Dooney and Burke bags. Most have just been sitting in my closet forever. I sold a new without tag logo Coach tote after 2 years for $35, which I sourced for $20. So not worth it to me." Oh my God. I cannot imagine paying $20 for anything other than a bag that's going to sell for over $100. I'd have to be sure before I spend it. The person also wrote, "I've had great luck with the leather bags though, especially Fossil, the Sack, Hobo, and vintage Coach bags. I wouldn't spend $20 on a bag to source now, and most purses I pay $3 to $5 for and hope to sell around $30 to $50. Someone else wrote, "Coach and Dooney and Burke leather bags sell pretty well. I recommend checking comps on the specific style before listing. People have lost interest in signature bags. If when they do sell, it isn't for much money." Another person, "Tip on sourcing isn't really a question anyone can answer for you. It takes tons of time and research to become knowledgeable about what sells for you. Coach and Dooney definitely sell. In fact, pretty much anything can be sold on Poshmark with the right pics, description, and price." Someone else wrote, "You can always look by brand in Handbags and see what is sold, or if you see a particular bag that there are tons on Poshmark not selling. You should also be careful with counterfeits for some of these brands. I usually avoid bags myself since it really seems to take more research than I'm willing to put to see if it is real or fake." And finally, "I can't say for sure about Coach or Dooney and Burke. I personally don't source them. As for brands, whatever you think will sell. It's a learning curve for sure. You're bound to make mistakes, but we'll begin to figure it out." And that is true for anything. You know, you can see someone else selling items and you try to get the same ones and they don't move. It's all about style, color, condition. Condition is a big one, and how much you source for. Especially when you're just starting out, you want to keep your cost of goods low, 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 low. You don't want to spend $20 on a bag unless you are positive it's going to sell for a lot of money. And of course, you do have to be wary of fakes. In my area, we have a lot of fake Coach. Coach is really popular. I mean, we're a pretty blue collar, lower income area. So Coach is considered a pretty high-end bag because they are sold in some of the department stores, or they were, what department stores we have left. But you see a lot of fake Coaches, you see a lot of fake Louis Vuitton. So I am very wary of ever picking up any bags in my area unless it's a vintage Dooney and Burke. And you have to remember, maybe it won't sell well on Poshmark, but some of those things do a lot better over on eBay. So what you source, how much you pay, and what site you're selling on, all of that goes into whether or not something is actually going to sell. And that's a wrap on today's show. If you liked it, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Note that the articles I referenced are linked in the show notes below. And if you want to learn how to make money on eBay and YouTube the way I do, check out my books over on Amazon. They are also linked. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.